everybody, it's Ed Tech Chatting 2, episode 61. We are so excited to join with you all today because we have our new project ready to share. Yay!
Yay!
All right,
I'm excited.
Karen, I'm going to let you spill the beans. What is our project?
Well, I think because this is your baby, I think you should be the one to spill the beans. But before the beans are spilled, I will say that I presented at Pete and C down in Hershey, Pennsylvania's Ed Tech conference this week, and I shared some of the podcast projects that we've put on before in the past, and people were excited about Virtual Valentines, and people liked KidWish, but people were tweeting the heck out of this one when I showed them the website. There is a lot of excitement going on. People are ready for this to launch. So go ahead and fill those beans.
All right, so we've talked about it a few weeks, but we're ready to actually roll out awesome Squiggles this year. We originally were going to call it Squiggles of Awesome, but just the hashtag and all that, we just tweaked it a little bit. It's Awesome Squiggles for 2016. And this one is the one that I'm most excited about year after year, as this is the one where you see creativity come just in full force. All right, so Karen, what are you excited about with this project?
I am just excited about the fact that there's a ton of creativity in this, and every single person is going to see something different and design something different. And so when we're sharing, there's going to be a lot of, oh, I see that, or I didn't see that, and it's just amazing. Like your eyes will just open up wide. So I was just kind of sneaking out the gallery from last year. Floored. Just amazing.
Well, we did have some phenomenal pieces last year, but before we get into that, Mike, what do they do in the project?
Yeah, so if you sign up, you will get a template that has 4 squiggly lines on it. And actually, I filled mine out. I actually drew on my squiggle, so I can't show the blank template right now. I don't know if you have one there, Diane, but you're going to get this template, and your students are going to turn it into something awesome. They're going to use their imaginations and their creativity and whatever tools you have there. There we go. Here, there's our template right there. So your students are going to take this template and turn it into something amazing, turn it into something awesome. And everybody's going to see something different, and you can use whatever medium you want. It can be crayons, it can be paint, it can be clay. You can use your imagination. It can be digital, it can be analog. But they are going to create something amazing. And we have 2 different tiers to the project. The first tier is going to be you just have your students do something incredible and you tweet it out so that the rest of us can see it and we share all over the world. But the second level of the project is going to be a little bit more in depth, and that's if you really want that global connection that we stress in so many of our projects. We will go ahead and partner you up with another class where you can do a live Skype call or Google Hangout or other video conference and have your students meet each other and share their work and maybe build some extension activities off of that.
Exactly. And the best part about this is there's no language issue, truly. With art, you can have your students create and they can just teach each other what they see based on just showing the visual. And secondly is there is no restriction to possibilities. We really just want to see kids from kindergarten clear up to seniors in high school share what they see from these 4 lines and expand upon that. Squiggle art has been around for years and years and years, but this is just our twist on that. So, Mike, I'm very curious. What did you create out of the Squiggles?
Yeah, so when I saw that squiggle, the first thing that I happen to love nautical things. I grew up on Long Island. I grew up going to the beach and that whole maritime culture. Even though when people think of Long Island, they don't think of that. But I've always been drawn to New England and sailboats, and I learned to sail when I was 12 years old in Long Island Sound. So I saw a whirlpool and a storm cloud coming in, and a boat trying to make its way through that stormy dusk. You see the nice orange sun, the sun setting, the storm's coming in. So that was my vision there.
Love it. I love it. All right, Karen, what Squiggles did you see?
So funny because I saw something pretty similar. There's my whirlpool and a little apron here so that the boat, while it's going into the whirlpool, it's kind of scary. But I've got some expression on these guys' faces here.
That's great.
And what app did you use for that?
I used Paper 53. When you update the app, it lets you bring in a photo now. So I was able to bring in the Squiggle template. Woohoo!
Okay, you guys are going
I like the wind up top there, Karen, because I saw that as a cloud, but you saw that as that. squiggle up top as some wind lines. That's cool, yeah.
And then I added to it. Yeah, it was fun.
So you're gonna
But
laugh
I
because
was gonna say, go ahead, go ahead.
I saw this as well, except we have the wind being over here kind of blowing on that, and he's like, ahoy, help me, kind of a thing. So yeah, I've already done this a few times with some teachers, and we also had a lot of cars. So they took this and turned it into a wheel and then duplicated the wheel on the other side, and this is kind of the part of the chassis. So I've seen a lot of cars come in too, but all three of us went with water. That's awesome.
Yeah, great minds think alike, right? So here's something that I'd be curious about, right? If you handed out these papers and you handed them out upside down, right? Would people still see that the same way, or would it be totally different? I bet that you would get a whole different, like, to me, that looks like hair now. You know, upside down instead of a whirlpool. Yeah.
Well, that's just it. We want them to rotate it. So perhaps this becomes the side, or you can go this way.
Yeah.
Really, whatever they come up with. And they don't even have to put together a final image. It can be abstract art, and we are excited about that too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, you know, not to be the, you know, Eggy Wonk here, or, you know, the geek, but, you know, we know neuroscience research shows us that you've got to have an emotional connection, and the arts are where you get that emotional connection that lets kids get excited and really retain content, you know. So this is the one project where we are really allowing kids to be creative and to use that, you know, to have that, to engage their limbic system in the learning process, to have that deep emotional connections. That's why I get excited about this. I want kids to really get excited about this and, you know, feel that creativity that comes when you get to make something totally new.
Absolutely. And Karen, you were going to say something before I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
Sure, I don't remember. But it's okay. It must not have.
Okay, so let's give them the details. You have until March 25th to register and be a part of the project. The website is awesomesquiggles.weebly.com. And our hashtag is #AwesomeSquiggles. And it's already been pushed out to Twitter, so if you want to jump on and read through the project requirements, you can have your quick moment to fill out the registration form and join us. It's that simple. And the last but not least, we will push out, for those of you who go to level 2 in the tiers, April 1st will be the day that we publish all the project partners. And you can go see who we partnered you up with. We really try to fit the same ages of students, but we can't always make that happen. It just all depends on who registers, but we'll do our best to make some magic happen for you and your new friends.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I'm really excited to see, you know, what kids create and where this goes. You know, we've had as our projects have gone along, we've gotten more and more sign-ups. You know, Virtual Valentine's, we're up over 430 or 450 or something. But in addition to that, also the diversity in the geographical diversity from around the globe has been astounding. To the point where, you know, when we were trying to partner up pairings for Virtual Valentine's, it was no longer like, you know, every American was trying to get hooked up with a foreign country. You know, we were like, you know, India and Australia were being connected together because we had so many international connections. And, you know, I think this is a great way to not only meet some new friends in a different location, but also to do it in a way that, you know, lets your kids get a little artistic.
Absolutely. Okay, and Mike, do we share what we published on our Facebook page today?
No, go ahead.
So Mike and Joe Fothery are the two global teacher finalists, the top 10. Yay! And we all kind of came across the post today from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation that are featuring Mike and Joe on that. So that we gave the post on to our EdTech Facebook page. You have to go back and check it out because, yeah, it's pretty inspirational. We want you to go.
Well, thank you. And, you know, it's an honor to be able to represent all of the passionate teachers that we know are doing incredible things all over the world. And, you know, anytime you get recognition like this, you get a platform. And I want to use my platform to share those stories that aren't often told about people that are just doing incredible things. You know, our listeners, people who just are going unnoticed, but are so passionate about what they do and are doing amazing things for students. I want to bring them into the spotlight and, you know, share my bit of the spotlight with all of those teachers that are just being awesome. So.
And show them that they can also get connected.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for me making an effort to surround myself with awesome people like you guys. So. You know, I want to show other people how to do that.
Same right back at you, buddy. All right, well, we lost Karen, but what was for lunch today, Mike?
So my mother and stepfather came back from India yesterday, and they were sick of Indian food. They wanted something a little more American, so we went out and we got some Chinese food. so there was leftover Chinese food today, and I brought that. I was being facetious about them.
So okay, so what was the meal?
So we had all kinds of things, but what was left over was some mushu vegetable and some string beans and garlic sauce.
That sounds like you get the automatically.
It was delicious.
It was delicious. Okay, so yeah, because I'm gonna probably go home and have peanut butter sandwich. So there we go. All right, we'll see you next time on EdTech Chat and Chew.
Bye, everyone.